Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They buffed Harbor! Yeah! Hello, everyone. My name is Banish IQ. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Harbor buffs. In my last video, about 2 months ago, I talked about his rework and how good it was and how bad it was, what they could improve on, what they could not improve on, and my personal thoughts on what they could have done to buff him instead of what they did. Right now, these buffs seem promising. I know they buffed him like patch 12.0, but it wasn't that significant. It was a good buff, but not enough. Let's get into it. Let's start off with this cove. The cooldown decreased from 40 to 30 seconds. The smoke duration increased from 15 to 19.25. Health increased from 50 to 680. And Harbor now re-equips his gun faster after activating his cove. I have some thoughts about this. The health increase and the re-equips his gun faster is nothing too interesting. That's a nice buff, but nothing too much. The smoke duration, however, is rivaling Brimstone. I know it's only one smoke, but on top of that, they decreased the cooldown from 40 to 30 seconds when every single controller has a cooldown of 40 seconds on their smokes. This is huge. Riot really wants people to play Harbor. He's been neglected for so long, and I support this. However, that's a little bit too much of a buff. His cove should be strong, but not that strong. He only has one of them, but they should have only done one of these buffs. Now onto the Storm Surge. Now it plays audio when it hits an enemy. Think of it like his Harbor's old ultimate. When you ulted the site, you could have a little bit of a distinction between if someone was on site and someone wasn't. There's like a little bit of a ding if someone was on site in the radius of the ultimate. So that's going to be a nice buff. Now you know if you hit enemies. Although I'm not sure how strong this would be. I'm not sure if they made this too strong or not too strong. But it's still a good buff. I like to see this. Now for the High Tide. It's increasing from 6 to 8 meters. And the wall's max length is increasing from 50 to 60 meters. They want this wall to rival Viper in many ways. I feel like what they're trying to do right now is make Harbor an Omen and a Viper. And they're really trying to push for that right now with these buffs, which I think is pretty cool to make a solo controller both of these at once, which is good. Now finally, his ultimate, Reckoning. The wave speed increases by 25%. That's meh. You can't outrun it now. Just unless you're like a jet or something, but I think that's also pretty good. The thing I love about this the most is, remember how his old Cascade used to be able to stop? Now it can just stop if you want it to. That is so good, because you can still block off sites like you used to. Now I'm not upset about it anymore. I love his Cascade. It was one of his best abilities, I think, but people said it revealed his position and that's why it was bad, but I don't think that's the case. It was really good on some sites for pushing people back. I think that was really good. When I saw this, there's like a really cool strat I think you could do. If you like push the wall and then you stop it, if they walk through the wall, they will get blinded. So that is really strong if you just want to like push them back and then hold the wall there if they don't want to get stunned. And then you just defuse a spike, or someone holds that smoke. Someone holds the ultimate. So if they run past, they get one-tapped. Or they just can't do anything. That's really strong. I'm not sure if that's the case, though. I don't know if they're going to do it like that. But if that's the case, that's really, really good. Reyna also got nerfed in this patch, but I don't care about Reyna. I'm not a Reyna main. This is all about Harbor. Okay, last thing before I go. This one's I'm a little more concerned about. Every single time they buffed a character, they've nerfed him to the ground sooner or later. Let me give a couple examples. Cypher, 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not too sure. Before he got buffed, the community was only asking for like a tiny bit of a nudge just to make him a little bit better. But they buffed him so much that he became a little bit too strong and overpowered, and everyone just wanted to play Cypher, no one else. And then they nerfed him to the ground. More like a fair enough balancing, but his trips are not that good at all. Not to mention the kind of useless camera changes. That doesn't matter that much to me, but Moving on, Vice. As far as I'm aware, when Vice released, they were so-so. They were not too good. They were not too bad. And then Riot buffed her, and then she became way too OP, and then she got nerfed along with Cypher. Next one is Yoru. Yoru got buffed like years ago with his rework. He was okay back then, and then over time, when people became more experienced with him, he just got better and better without getting any buffs. Minus that one flash buff some time ago. It's not like he's unplayable now, but I swear they're gonna nerf him again soon. And when they do, he will be unplayable again. They're probably just gonna give him one TP, which I don't like. That's how he was originally. And then his ultimate was that was a terrible change. Again, take these with a grain of salt, but I'm trying to show you a little of a trend here. Normally when someone gets buffed a little too much, they just get nerfed all the way to the ground again. I don't want that to happen to Harbor. Every single time I main someone, they just get nerfed. Hasn't happened with Deadlock yet. I don't want it to happen with Deadlock. Please. Please, have mercy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about all the yelling. I'm just a little bit excited and also a little bit sad of what's to come if my predictions are correct. Anyway, have a good one, y'all. Ciao.